Before we kick off with this BRIO toy train review, let me say a few things here, important things to say I feel. This is only the second time I've looked at the BRIO brand on my YouTube channel. I've been on YouTube for just shy of 10 years, and within a couple of weeks of that first BRIO video, the BRIO company contacted me and did a very simple and very effective thing. They said, "Thank you, Leo, for showing our brand on your YouTube channel." I'm making a point of this because what I've noticed is, of the many brands that I've shown on YouTube over the years, there's only been 4 companies that have done the very simple thing of saying thank you. And that's why I'm going to have a very close look at BRIO again. This is not a toy ad. I paid for all the toys that you see in this video myself, and I also make comparisons of something that is very similar to BRIO, but it's not exactly the same. Okay, let's do it. Are we ready to do this BRIO review?
Yes, and watch out for the jump scare.
Well, hi everyone, it's a BRIO review. I've got another set, all this stuff on the table here I actually purchased with my own money. We're going to take a look at the Metro City train set, which looks awesome. Apart from trains, my son is right into Five Nights at Freddy. You love it, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, he certainly does. I chose that set there as $154.95 in Australia, but these other things here were things that my son picked out in the toy store. For some reason he wants little people and things. There was a high-speed train, the Japanese style, some sort of mega crane thing, and there's a steam train hiding out over the back there. Apart from Five Nights at Freddy featuring this, I'm pretty sure Thomas and Friends stuff will feature as well. Getting into the box here and getting our first view inside the box. Ooh, there are the trains and some people.
High-speed train?
Is it a high-speed train? There's another one there.
And another train.
And you like the people, isn't it?
People.
What is it about the people you like?
Because it wouldn't be like normal without the people.
Let me just gently move these across. Okay, we're getting into the rest of the box here. You got to unflap the flappers on the side there and pull that up. Ooh, what's that?
I don't know what the heck
There's
is
rocks
that.
or something, I think. It's part of the elevation of the set, and down there
Is the
yeah, what's that one? That's like a lift something thing, isn't it?
it's like a tunnel.
A tunnel. Well, there you go. Daddy was completely wrong again. There is that part there. Oh, there's a lift. Dumb Daddy. Da, da, da. Okay. It's nice looking, isn't it? And construction just fell out there, and it looks like track parts there. And also, well, there. No, more elevation. What have you got there? It is a train sign.
I'm trying to get the innocent people out.
The innocent people? What about the people who aren't innocent? Little people are coming out. There's already a little person there playing on the play set. There's also a leaflet here showing you the complete BRIO world. I've got the other critters there because it's a bit windy and this will blow away in an instant. But what I like about that little sign that I showed earlier is, how many times have you gone and trodden on one of these and you had a horrible pain? This thing is all soft and rubbery. I've never seen that before in something like that. It's rather nice. Are those little people twins?
I don't know.
Do they remind you of Lego minifigures?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Because of the hands.
The hands? You think the hands look like Lego mini? They're like larger, aren't they?
Yeah. Dad,
yeah.
He has a B on the front of his back jacket, and on the back is a bigger B.
Maybe B stands for
Billy.
What about BRIO? Think it stands for BRIO or Billy?
BRIO.
Yes.
But Dad,
Yep.
I'm not gonna name this guy Billy. I'm gonna name this guy Billy.
Is he B as well?
Well, he's not
No, he's got no.
B.
No, he's got nothing. Well, the girl must work for BRIO. She's got a BRIO bag there, and there's Billy BRIO there. Yeah, they're looking very happy. Okay, that bag has got train drivers. Get them out before they suffocate.
I'm trying. I am trying.
Quick, quick. They won't last long in there.
Dad?
Yep.
This blue one goes with the blue train.
Okay, yep.
And this one goes with this one.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's where it's going to be. They both need batteries, only one.
Oh, there's like one, like...
Oh, one's a push-along. That one there's a push-along. It's the blue one that needs batteries.
Yeah, because it has lights.
These constructions here tell you how to battery up the trains. There is every language in the world, and on the other side on this. That's the English one there. I think next to it is German, I think. That's French. But I'll be quite honest here, I don't know any of the other languages. I couldn't even pick off the country of these other ones. I know my audience would probably pick them off. It's a bit embarrassing actually. I should know this, but I don't. I think this last one, I think that's Japanese. I heard a little sound come from the train. What was that? I'm not sure if you can hear that. It's quite subtle. It's like an electric train sound. Has it already got batteries in it, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And it used small batteries.
It's got lights on the front. Okay.
I can do this all day.
So it's actually, well, it's come pre-batteried.
Look at the lights.
Yeah, it's not powered. It's when you move it, it makes a electric train sound.
So when it stops,
yeah,
the lights turn off. See?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'll see the lights.
And you told me you could do that all day long. Is that right? Silly Daddy, if you read the instructions, it actually explains what's going on there. My son is mixing and matching the trains already. There are people in there. One thing that hasn't happened is a playset hasn't been built, and that's what we'll come in and do next.
Dad, we can't find the constructions.
What do we do when we can't find constructions? What have we done before?
Look at the artwork on the box.
Yeah, we've got this picture here. I don't know whether the wind's come through and blown them away. Maybe you can go back and look at the video when we unbox to see if things fluttered out. I've looked everywhere. And the thing that I'm looking at is what I found in this amazing set here. That was the first BRIO set I looked at. And it had a mud mat thing that looked like that. Okay, for some reason, I can't find it. Maybe it's in one of these bags or curled up somewhere. Maybe it'll appear.
No, it won't.
There's a positive thought, isn't it? We'll just have to go via that picture there. It's becoming a very ragtag review. It's far too many mistakes from Daddy here because Daddy doesn't know what he's doing. I'll just clear the table here and we'll start building. Well, the first thing to note is there are a lot of curves in this set. It's basically two circuits of circles, I suppose. That's a straight piece there. I think one loop's in the air here and there's another loop down on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? That's a train tunnel. It's not a robot piece. You're not helping building either. This is how you build this set. Look, there's one circuit that floats up on rocks. It's as easy as child's play.
Look
at that. Finally. Yeah. Very easy little circuit. Okay, please help and don't play robot on me.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, the first circuit has been built and the train is starting to play already. Oh, there's a bridge failure there. That's what children love to play like. With sound effects, of course. And I'm sure Thomas can come to the rescue. Go, Thomas, go. Oh, watch out, Thomas, you're going to hit someone. Oh, he's hit the train. There's more of a train wreck and Thomas is down. Thomas is down. You could use bits of blue tack to secure the rocks to the track, but children love it when there's a failure on the track. I've noticed that with my son. And with the train wreck down there, this is the right radius, the good radius for the Thomas Wooden Railway.
He needs his Annie.
Oh yeah, he is. Look at that.
Little Annie.
Mr. BRIO wouldn't like seeing that, but I like seeing it, and I'm sure my Thomas fans love seeing it.
Bang.
Yeah. This is the sort of track Thomas loves. Woo! He doesn't like the tighter curves. What is going on there?
Bang.
This is not a Thomas and Friends video. Let's keep building. Okay, well, silly Daddy finally worked out how to put the rest of the playset together. At least we can see some play going on here. It's a very good playset. You want to play with it because it looks so good. The secret to the other circuit on the ground is these short curves have got to be, well, basically only one spot. One is just before the station there, the other one just before the tunnel. The train looks awesome coming through the tunnel. The funny thing with my son is he actually really wasn't brought up on wooden railway because we had the leftovers of Thomas Take and Play that my daughter had, but we sort of grew into wooden railway, if that makes any sense. I'm going to show you how the lift works, and I'm going to put 5 Nights at Freddy Cupcake in there. Okay, Cupcake's going for a ride up to the first level. And looks like Cupcake now wants to get into the train. Oh, it just destroyed the train.
Dad, it jump scared the train. Rah!
And without the interruption of other toys and other things added, that is what that train set has built up for us. A lot of play with this. My son's going to have a lot of fun with this. It's a nice Quality toy.
Wait for it. Wait.
I'm driving the other one. Whoa! That is always happening.
Explosion!
Whoa, that looks dangerous. Oh, I think there's injuries in that crash. After every train wreck, well, there's always trains being put back on the track. I am curious whether James can push along the train here without getting stuck, and if James is going to actually work for me. Well, James is out of action. Thomas has come to the rescue. I'm sure he will. Let's see if he can do that train through there. There's a couple of tight curves there.
I think I know why James is not working, because that's not his colour.
Oh, fair enough. So it's a colour mismatch. We'll see if Thomas can make it all the way around in this circuit here without bumbling and stumbling, as they sometimes do on wooden track. Through the tunnel he goes. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? Looking very good. Yeah, that is a full circuit. That's actually really nice. Really nice indeed. And Thomas has just had a fail. And Thomas has, well, been a show pony now. It's not your railway, Thomas. It's not your railway.
Dad?
Yeah?
I think the train's gonna crash.
Fancy that. I'm pretty sure that looks dangerous. The train is going way too fast. That driver's a maniac. Watch out! That bridge is out! Oh! Gone to the slow motion mode. Sound effects. I hope someone can survive that one. Ooh! Usually there's an explosion as well. I think the driver has been thrown from the cab. Is the driver okay?
Yes. Pew?
Ooh, he survived. I'm just going to dig into the previous BRIO set that I reviewed a while back now to get the powered train. And maybe I like that one as well, hey? It's sort of like salty, this one, from Thomas and Friends, but it's not salty, and we'll let it do a run. It's going to pick up on that train there. It's going to push it along rather nicely, I hope, without any train crashes. Just see things happen normally without train wrecks. That'd be something very different on this channel. Looks lovely, doesn't it? I have a lot of time for BRIO. Initially, it was actually very difficult for me to find. But what I would say now is actually easier for me to find this than it is Thomas Wooden Railway in Australia. What else have you found there? Ooh, all sorts of BRIO goodness. That's funny. That actually looks like that there.
It is.
You mean we bought 2 steam trains?
Yes.
Do you know what's more scary than forgetting how many steam trains you got?
Yes. Ah!
Well, we've got this to unbox. We've got the Tram Engine, which I thought looked very interesting. We've got more people there.
And more people
Hang
there.
on. We've got more double ups. What are you doing to me? And there's cookies in the background there. Also got this ATV with load. And we've got the high-speed Japanese train. I might take these away for another reason, and I'm not going to say why. So with that BRIO glory going on the back there, we're going to unbox the tram.
Rip out.
Go for it. What? That was very unusual. Looks nice, looks nice. And the person looks nice as well. Let's have a look at this, the front. It does look very tram-like, doesn't it? Yes. Very nice. Well, I think that's a little boy. I think it might be a little soccer player, I think, that comes with the tram. I know my audience will know more than me, and he's going to hop into the tram now if he sits down properly. And in he goes. Okay, on your way. Woo!
Dad.
Yes?
I can use kinetic sand to make the mold of the person.
Really?
Yeah.
We won't be doing that in this video, will we?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This.
We're going to get into the high-speed train now. Very high-speed unboxing. Very exciting. It looks very nice. Oh wow, it feels nice in the hand. I like the feel. Oh, that's a lot. Nice and weighty. Yeah. Looking very, very smart, this one indeed. Very smart. Okay, we're getting out a lot of the BRIO stuff now. And he's playing with that piece from the other playset.
I like it.
I know he'll like it.
And Fluffy's here.
Yeah, hello Fluffy. One thing I noticed with my son, when he likes something and he's playing, he's often humming and singing as he plays. To me, that's like a little sign that something is a very good thing to play with. Oh, look at this. This video's been derailed, but boy, it's been derailed by some good stuff here. I've gone and done repairs to James. That was the one which had the rusted out battery area, and it's got a washer in there where the battery is. So James is working again, nice and powerful. New battery into Thomas, and also a new battery into our BRIO masterpiece. We're going to cheat the bullet train running by pushing it along with that train there.
Slowly coming.
Oh, it's just making it through there. It's yeah, it's not a really bullet train speed, but nevertheless, it's getting pushed around. It's making it round.
I want to ride.
And there's jump scare things happening everywhere. Cupcake is now on top, and I don't think Cupcake's going to make it through there. Oh, she's going to jump over the top, jump through the hole there. That is just strange, and the bullet train escapes without any jump scares. With Cupcake there, will the bullet train actually make it through? Yes, it does. Come on, unbox the rest of the stuff. There's a lot to look at. Now I'll get Thomas working up here, pushing along, if he doesn't want to play up on me, pushing on that train now. I think he looks awesome doing work up there. Probably BRIO and Thomas and friends are having heart attacks that I've mashed the two together here, but hey, that's the way children play. They're always mixing and matching toys.
It's still attached.
Yeah, well, get it out of there. Get it out. You're the expert unboxer. Come on, that piece looks awesome, doesn't it? Wow, look at that one there. It's got legs that come out when you're lifting loads.
And another rubby thing.
Yeah, another. He loves those rubber. Daddy loved them too. You don't punch your feet. Wow, it's really nice. This it's got a nice magnet on it.
It has a stand.
Ready for work. Really, I can't keep my eyes off these trains. They just look awesome being pumped along like that. Also, Thomas over the back there doing his best to work hard, and there's jump scares everywhere.
Look how many things it can do.
Okay, we're looking at the crane now. Something went wacko over the back there. Guess who it was? Dun dun dun! Hero of the day. And we've got this thing here which can lift up. Yep.
And go like this.
Round, yep.
And this can go back
in and out.
forward.
It's lovely.
Golden Freddy just jump scared Thomas.
Well, considering Thomas is most probably spooked now, I think I'll give James a run up here, considering he's all red and repaired. Off he goes. Go, James, go! Mind you, I think James is actually having a little bit of trouble here. He's a little bit too polished and perfect for doing work on this railway. Come on, James, that's more like it. Oh, James has just said, I've had enough BRIO, and I'm on a runner. And I was about to say something like this. I mean, this is what you get when you buy a quality toy. These trains are very impressive. Remembering Thomas and Friends isn't part of it, but I think you can see, or hopefully you can see via this video here, it's plain awesome. Maybe another jump scare, who knows? And James is back at work here. Oh, and what happened there? Another crash.
Ding!
What happened that time? The red light, was it?
Yes.
And there's a train accident happening there. People getting run over, and the train's going to come down through the Cupcake tunnel with a jump scare at the other end of the tunnel. And that's why the train has come to a halt. The person's stuck there, and we're just getting our power back together. Perfect combination. Wooden railway and Five Nights at Freddy's with a sprinkle of Thomas. I love it. Ooh, another jump scare there, and I saw there was trouble. This one's coming along okay. In fact, I think James is starting to settle down finally. James, you got to get with it, or else you won't be part of the railway. I can guarantee it. And strangest things are happening on this railway now. There's someone about to go under the wheels. Oh my goodness! There's two people in the tunnel. I don't know what they're doing.
Actually, 10 people.
Whoa! Watch out! Wah! There's another jump scare, I think. Was it Cupcake that got those, or was it Freddy?
Cupcake. 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
Got to unbox the ATV. Come on, get with it. What? You're having trouble unboxing? I can't believe it. In fact, just stop. I want to show that BRIO World picture. Okay, that picture there was one my son was really impressed with. It's one of those pictures that the more you look, the more you see. It's like Super BRIO World. It's amazing. Well, chaos is reigning here. While I was looking at those pictures there, there's been a crash of that train there. James has caused all sorts of kerfuffle here. Come on, James, that's not nice to do. He's trying to derail everything. The nice BRIO engine is down there, causing trouble. It's jump scares, I'm sure, that are causing trouble in this railway. And we'll give the tram a bit of a go, hey? I quite like the look of that tram. James to push that around a bit. Sort of thing you just cannot keep your eyes off. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Looks super fantastic. I'm just taking a breather from the manicness that happens up there with my son playing with the toy trains. What I've found with BRIO, the place where I find it in Australia is the sort of place that sells toys like Playmobil and specialty toys like this, which I'm just going to use in this part of the video. I'm willing to try anything out. It's Tobo or Tubo track, 15 pieces. Look how much it cost me. $59.95. That's just a little bit off $60. I see an American flag there. Hopefully that means good things to me. I see some awards there. Mind you, I have been bitten by things like this before, which have got toy awards on them. And I think it might be worthwhile just having a look at this, noticing there is 0 box bloat, which is really nice to see. How many times do I talk about that? And I'll use some of this to feature some of the BRIO toys and other things that I will have a closer look at. This is very curious stuff. I've never seen anything like it. It comes with sticker sheets if you want to have grass on your pieces, but I'm so lazy right now I can't be bothered with that. There is a piece here that connects into like wooden railway. That's actually IKEA wooden railway there. It came with this little wooden car. And I've got some Thomas and Friends wooden railway here. And this piece here is quite curious because it's got studs and it connects into things like that. There's a numbering system on this, and because I've done zero homework on this, I'm just seeing if I can patch together some sort of road network here. And if I joined 1 to 1, the road continues on. You'd love it when I show stuff and I know nothing about what I'm doing, don't you? I think I'm actually starting to get my head around this system. There we go. There's a bit of an island area in the centre there, and I've got like a road network going around the outside. I've got quite a few pieces more there, but I think I've set up enough to show you what I want to show, and I'll just gently push it over that way. I know, you probably thought, lazy Leo, he's not going to set it all up. Well, there you go. I've got all the pieces out of that Tobo or Tubo, and I've made up 2 circuits there, and I've got 2 spit-out tracks there. The spit-out tracks, of course, were someone else's track. But the first BRIO piece we're going to take a look at is the little tram. Okay, we'll quickly look over the tram. My son saw this and he wanted it. Mind you, he seems to want the same things over and over. We can't remember what we bought before. Bit sad. It's all plastic, I'll tell you that. Okay, it looks nice. I mean, you don't often see trams rendered as toys. A little person inside, I think it's a little soccer player. I nearly said soccer hooligan, but I know that would cause a fair bit of hate and rage if I said that. The size of this BRIO person versus a Lego minifigure, and I think this is very important to show, is that there's Emmett versus the BRIO person. And I know Lego minifigures are the constant when children play with wooden railways. They're always in there. I see so many videos online of things like that. But nevertheless, it's a nice little piece, and I'm sure people would love to see a tram on their wooden railway. That's what I like about it. This next piece is, I'm calling it a subway car. If I move the wheels, you can hear the sound, can't you? It's like the whirring sound that subway cars make. It's got lights in the front. It looks great going through the tunnel like that. That's a coupling magnet there, which is well disguised, which is nice to see. Of course, there's a driver in there. Or is it a passenger? Aren't these things autonomous these days? I think that's a driver. Please correct me if I'm totally wrong, and I usually am wrong. But it's one of those things that is nice. It's nice and modern looking. You don't often see modern looking toys. And I'll just reach over the back here. There's something, when I saw this, I remember this character from Chuggington. And, you know, you don't often see that sort of thing rendered as a toy. And at the moment, I can't remember its name. But then, it's a Chuggington. So why aren't I surprised? But, you know, that's what I thought of when I saw this. Of course, it comes with another carriage. I'll just try to do this as quickly as possible, boys and girls. The coupling there, of course. This is the second one. I don't know what these little symbols on the side here mean. There. And I've just got a Five Nights at Freddy's character in there because this is the one my son plays. And I know these pieces here, actually, you can pull these off, okay? So you can have it like as an open car as well if you want. I mean, that's just the reality of the way children play. As in the feel and quality feel, it's plastic. Okay, I'll put that piece back on there because I know Mr. BRIO will be having kittens by now in the way I'm playing with this. But I like it, okay? I see BRIO as a quality toy. You know, it's like playing trains without being stuck on Sodor is the best way I could say it. I mean, something like that. It's just lovely. I'm not going to talk during this piece here, but I want you to hear the audio from that little subway train. Listen carefully, I'm not going to speak. Okay, the next piece, and I'm going to call it an express train. It's the one we had riding in the upper part of the BRIO playset, and I'll just drive it along here and take a closer look. Okay, the passenger express train just reminded me of the Lego variant of this, at the same colour and shape. I think that's what's doing it for me. It's all plastic. I think the 1 and 2 means it can actually carry 2 people. I hope I'm right there. Of course, as a driver here, you can easily get in and out. And while I've got it open, I might just slap Emmett in there, as in Emmett's Lego minifigure, and see how, oh yeah, see how he drives, and he fits in there beautifully. Look at that. I bet you Mr. Lego's getting excited. Poor Mr. BRIO's now crying. It's nice, isn't it? I like that a lot. It's a very nice feel for Lego minifigures, and that's going to be very important because I know the way children play with their toys. If you're not matching with Lego or anything, well, really, you're going to have a hard time. Of course, that's a little BRIO. I'm calling it the BRIO boy because he's got B on the back. I don't know whether he's a soccer hooligan or not. Maybe the audience can tell me, but it's just nice. You know, it's nice and modern looking. The middle carriage, I've actually whacked the case in there to show you can have cargo in there as well. Okay. That's just, what's the 1, 2? What does that mean? You can, oh, I think you could put, I don't know. I've given up trying to work out what that means. Many flaws in this review, I'm very sorry, but I'm just stumbling and bumbling and learning along the way. It's got 1, 2 as well. That's little girl. I don't know if it's a little girl or, I don't know. And you can also, you know, if you're daring, and Emmett can ride in the back of the train and think he's driving because he thinks he controls everything. There you go, Emmett has got a ride now. He'll probably break away from the train and, you know, everything is awesome! I told you Emmett was going to take over, he's going to drive the train away, and there is another train, and it's just broken free there. This is a fail. There is another train I'm going to take a look at, only for the fact it does remind me of BRIO, and it's got a person in it, and it is this Imaginarium set right here. That's the artwork on the back of the box. That little man is looking very much like a little BRIO man to me. What do you think, hey? And underneath the box, a very important thing to understand, Imaginarium is a Toys R Us brand, and this toy cost me $13. So if I paid $13, it's probably a $7 toy or something like that in the USA. Let me try and unbox this, but I don't think I can do it single-handedly. Or maybe magic can happen here. But I'll do it gently. Okay, it's like a magic edit idea, so to get to this point, just trying to very carefully get it out of the packaging here. If my son was down there, he'd say, "Oh, Dad, can we make a chocolate train out of the mould there?" I think he'd die if you put anything food in there, and he'd say, "Oh, can we make a chocolate person?" And I'd just say no, but look, after this here, you could use that as a diorama for your next school project, I'm sure. Okay, Imaginarium Express coming through, and I'm glad I looked at this because I'm starting to get a feel for why BRIO is BRIO and Imaginarium is Imaginarium. The little man inside there, how could I say it? He sort of doesn't quite suit the scale of the train. If I try to close this thing down, yeah, it just comes off a bit too easy. Remember, this is much less expensive, I nearly said cheaper, than what BRIO is. It's the man, maybe I'll get him right down there, push him right in, and maybe get that piece back in there. It might be more of a winner. I'm having trouble now closing this down. I think you can start to see what I'm dealing with here. I mean, most children wouldn't really be that bothered about that, but compared to the niceties that I've just experienced with BRIO, I can see this isn't BRIO. I'm trying to be as fair as possible here. Okay, obviously a Lego minifigure. Man, it's a tight fit in there. Get out. A Lego minifigure, if I just borrow Emmett and stop him from stealing the BRIO train, would be a very nice fit in there, I'm sure. It is. Okay, well suited to a Lego minifigure, but this chap here, he's a bit stiff as well, but he's fresh. Doesn't quite make it. Rightio, that there's our BRIO man. I got my finger on. That there's the Imaginarium man. You can see he's a little bit taller. Of course, the meat in the sandwich is Emmett, Lego minifigure. But I think if the Imaginarium person was the scale of the BRIO person, we wouldn't have the struggles in fitting inside the Imaginarium train. If I come in and do one of those infamous in-hand appraisals, this is the BRIO one. Of course, I already had a nice feel of them. Nice and smooth feeling, nice articulation. Nice bendy. It doesn't fall apart. I've tried to rip these apart before. You can't make anything fly off. Head doesn't pop off. Have a feel of the Imaginarium train driver. I'll let the audience say which one they like the most. Yeah, you can hear it creaking. Nice and tight. And then again, tight sort of means new, doesn't it? He's not flying apart either, which is nice to see. I mean, these toys are going to be built to a certain standard. Yeah. I mean, one reminds me of the other one, the best way of saying it. I think this Imaginarium train driver here, what he does is he actually reminds me of BRIO. As for the trains, I've got no problems with Imaginarium trains. I've had quite a few of them over the years. It's got a plastic bottom on it, plastic siding. The front piece is plastic. This piece here is wooden. And once again, I'll just try and get that driver in. And I mean, it is quite a tight fit in there. When he goes and sits down, his arms pop up. And then it almost like interferes with this piece coming down here. I can't get it to lock down. Maybe if I just jag his arms out sideways or something. Or make him hold on to something. He's actually not... He hasn't got his hands on the lever, so how can he drive a train if he hasn't got his hands on the lever? That's the problem there. I've actually got it closed down, and if you move an arm, it just pops up. It looks awkward. That'd be the nicest way I could say it. Anyway, you can see what's going on there. It's certainly not BRIO, that's for sure. And this is the other piece. And this, to me, is more like classic wooden railway in the sense that this piece here is wooden. Okay, of course, there you are, Toys R Us, blah, blah, blah. This top piece here is also wooden. And the wheels are plastic, axles are metal, and of course the metal couplings with a little bit of plastic behind them. It looks nice. It's the sort of thing I know my son would love, and really, for its price, it's actually very, very nice. And I better quickly look at this piece here. I don't know whether it really gets seen up on the other playset. It's a BRIO steam train. And as I found out, my son likes a doubly, doesn't he? Because he doesn't remember when he's got one before. But that's a bit of a pointer to me, the things that he likes. Okay, it's got a coal thing there, the thing's about to crash at the back there. It all pops off, so it can be other things as well. It's not locked up to be just a tender or something, that's sort of nice. It could be anything really, it could be a dump truck later on, who knows. And there's this piece here with a little, I don't know whether it's a driver or a conductor or whatever. But it's a very typical BRIO fashion, and that's the way he's dressed up there. Maybe he's going out, I don't know, for a night in the town. Audience will know what he does more than me, I'm sure. Now look at that piece a bit closer, and the detailing on him, I think I know what he does, but hey, I'll let the train experts tell me what that wagon there is. Why is this railway playing up so much?
Maybe it's my hat.
Yeah.
My Freddy hat.
Yep.
And my shirt.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, this is the ATV. It came with that load there. It actually does clip on the back of that thing. Yeah, okay, that's very different, isn't it? I think that's the best word. Unusual, different, little toy. So that can also become cargo on a BRIO train, but it also clips in the back there. So here's the BRIO truck. It's about to deliver some Five Nights at Freddy's toys over there to the Five Nights at Freddy's toy shop. And then it needs to pick up some agricultural supplies because it can go into the back of the truck there and drive away. And our ATV driver can be happy to think he's done a nice delivery.
Delivery, please.
Oh, it just crashed. Whoa! That was scary. And so was that. Sorry, Fluffy. Poor old thing. She thinks we've gone mad with what we're doing up here. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Excellent toys. Some of the better toys that I've looked at on my channel, and I've been looking at toys for many years on YouTube now. Let me just go over this box right here. We've only just recently watched The Great Race, and now that I've got my son here, I'll just get him to say a brief thing about this film. So nice and fast, what was your favourite bit in the film?
When Thomas jumps over the bridge like a boss.
Well, yeah. Would you like a playset like that?
Yeah, because it's like a ramp, but it's a bridge.
Well, maybe that playset will appear one day, who knows? It's a good film. There are some good toys getting about for that film, but they are very tricky for me to find in Australia, and I've been talking about that for a bit during 2016. This is his box of wooden railway. There's all sorts of things in here, really. There's a bit of Chuggers wood in there. I sort of forgot we had that. There's sort of like that there. It's a very heavy sort of generic one. There's Imaginarium. I usually can tell by the way the bogies are done, and you can also tell sometimes it will say Toys R Us underneath there. Okay, of course there's plenty of Thomas stuff. That was from the jet engine one, I think. It was like or the steam thing. I've forgotten now. In fact, there's a lot of Imaginarium here. In fact, there's more chuggers the more I look, yeah. But what I've noticed is that with all these connect together, and he will play with them equally. He doesn't like just play with the Thomas stuff. In fact, I think he plays with ones like this a little bit more. That's just an Imaginarium one there. And in a funny way, you can tell the ones he plays with because he's got stickers and stuff on them. You can always tell the favourite trains from the way they've been played.
Faces.
Yeah, there we are. There's Cuddly there. 2 faces, yeah. Bit of a throwback, isn't it? People get excited with that. Yet there are other things here which have never been popular, and it's pieces like that. We know that's that shipwreck one thing. It was, yeah. Let me won't say any more on that. Yeah, do you like that one there?
Yeah, but it's missing its tender.
No, good luck finding it in that. I think I've showed enough of this to really whet your appetite in relation to BRIO. If you can get it, please indulge. I think it's excellent. I'll ask my son what was his favourite part of these toys we looked at today. What were your favourite bits? But don't say Five Nights at Freddy or anything, Thomas. What was your favourite part?
Everything.
There you go. Very diplomatic. Well done. Yeah, with children they can be horribly honest in appraisals of toys. They can say what they don't like very easily, but I concur with them. Everything I see here is beautiful. But as I know, so often it's just all about the crashes. That's all we ever want to see. Oh, change is saved. Mind you, look who's coming around the corner. This can only mean trouble. Watch out, James! Whoa! Wow! Thomas is down. Thomas is down. You were excellent in this toy review. You know your wooden trains, don't you?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for doing the toy review. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. What do we say at the end of our videos?
Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Whoa! That's tongue. Rightio, hidden right up the end of this video, which is probably 10 times too long for the stupid YouTube algorithm of 2016. We're going to do a giveaway, and these are the things that I'll be giving away. There'll be 3 of these Thomas and Friends surprise eggs, but don't get too egg-sided about them. Sorry for the pun. They are not the nice ones like I have found before, but whoever wins this will be able to show these on their channel because they will be a YouTube producer. I'll also give you some of these. Obviously, we had a double up of those. Embarrassing, isn't it, hey? Very nice little people, BRIO make. Also this one here, the Mega Crane and Load kit. That's one my son really liked. You can see I purchased all these myself. The prices are there. Something really nice, Thomas and Friends Diesel 10. It's the sort of thing, if you do, man, it's so hard to find a wooden railway. It is not funny. It is not funny. $14 I paid for that. It's probably half that price in USA. Bang! A Thomas as well. You can't have Diesel 10 without a Thomas. It's another $14 model. I know which one I prefer out of those two. Maybe you could tell me. Maybe you can't. Also some Thomas Minis. These are the I call baby branders. I'm not really that flash hot on that style of Thomas Mini. I'll be quite honest with you. I'll give you that set there as well. I just struggle with the names. I think that's the Riddler and that's Robin, and probably that's about all I can tell you. I really don't like that sort of, I don't know. I'll stop before I get into lots of trouble. Also, this one, it's a Thomas Mini. It's a very special one in there. It's one that I know a lot of people would like. It's one that, the Egg 51 in Australia, there's overseas, it's probably a totally different number. 2016 Wave 4. It's Platinum Thomas. It's a secret, okay? Platinum Thomas, it's really nice. Also, one of these. This is my son's new favourite toy. They are $5 in Australia. They're probably like a $2 toy in the USA. They are lots and lots of fun. A very simple toy. Whoever thought of this must be a billionaire by now. Okay? I haven't really done a review on it. He is desperate to do an animation with this. The animation sets in Australia in Kmart, they're $20, and I think it could possibly be a toy of the year, but I haven't properly looked. Speaking of a toy of the year, I think this is a clanger. This is a beauty. I've actually come to love this Thomas here. The gold Thomas here, extremely rare now, especially this year. You can't find them in the shops. They are just stupidly overpriced on eBay now, just going through the roof. Thank you, eBay. Also give you this because it's just going to annoy some of my viewers. It's a bit of poop on a keychain. I found that when I go looking for dark side toys. Also going to give you this. It's not one of my giveaways about one of these catapult chickens. This is actually nearly one of the last ones that I've got. Okay, there's been a bit of a shortage on those. And also, again, embarrassing double up, this BRIO steam train here, which I think is beautiful. What do you think about that? That's also going to be part of the giveaway. Okay, to have a go at claiming this beautiful prize down on the table here. It's a bit of a Thomas and Friends question. I know the bulk of my audience are Thomas and Friends fanboys, and they've known the toys for all their lives. And in a strange way, from the struggle of me finding Thomas and Friends toys, it's made me look at other brands. So all you need to do is leave a comment on this video telling me 2 things you like about Thomas and Friends toy trains and 2 things you dislike about Thomas and Friends toy trains. So all up, your comment will comprise of 4 things that you're telling me. No more and no less. I know there are many of my viewers who have been connected to Thomas and Friends brands for all their lives, and they've, you know, these people are adults now. They know lots about the franchise. I tell you what, I've learned a lot about it by looking at the toys, and for the fact that I collect Thomases, I could write a very extensive list of things that I like, very extensive, and also quite a long list of the things that annoy me as well. If you've been watching my videos, you will key into the things that really jag me up in the sense of what has happened in recent years in a sense. But I want you to be as honest to yourself as you possibly can. I mean, just don't do a Google search saying, oh, you know, things I don't like about Thomas, because what will happen is you'll end up with all these generic, you know, people trying to enter the giveaway. I want what you're saying from the heart. That's really, really important to do. So if you like what you see on the table there, have a go at this giveaway. If you want to read more about the conditions of the giveaway, they'll be down in the more info area of this video. I better sign off for a second time. As always, thanks for watching and bye for now.